Salame, Namaste, my galactic family. This is Angela Sim, Mohrephoh from Amilazori, Pleiadian consciousness here for you. I love you. I adore you, my galactic family. My galactic family, I would like to reflect to you about 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. The sequence of the numbers of those dates are referring to different aspect of your perspective. And I will stress one more time, my galactic family, is very crucial, very important to be consciously aware of what you're thinking. Sometimes, for example, you're going to have moments you're going to derail your consciousness to a negative frequency, negative thought pattern. But quickly understand that whenever something negative comes to your mind, use it as a permission slip, use it as an alarm clock. Use it to tell you, to remind you, okay, I derail, I have to go back to be positive on the straight path, to be positive. When you will do this for some time, then it's going to be your second nature. You will not think about it. It's going to be automatic. Please understand this, my galactic family, because when the energy now melting with the 3D, what's going to happen? Like it's mentioned in the Bible, that's going to be those. It's going to be the forerunners. It's going to be the right and the left. Through this act, please understand, my galactic family, that God Almighty proves to everybody that even if we're going to have a judgment, but the judgment is going to be based on our own judgment, because it's you. God is pure love. The only judgment God will give you, the way you will judge yourself. And the biggest form of the blessing and proof that God Almighty loves us, that till the last person be consciously aware, and for the right ones who will be conscious, and the left ones who will be left behind because they will be admiring more the 3D, three-dimensional reality, if you will. This is such a blessing in a way, because we will, the last seconds of the last moments, if you will, of this three-dimensional consciousness, we are, the 3D consciousness is brought all the way to the gates of 5D, and we are standing with them in front of the gates of 5D, if you will. And the blessing is, my galactic family, that we could have fifth-dimensional consciousness with three-dimensional consciousness walking on the streets together. Do you see where I'm coming from? You will notice 2019 more and more. This year, of course, as well, 2018, you will start noticing, you will start feeling this, but 2019 to 2020 is going to be more like a tipping point. 2019-2020 is going to tipping point, and what you will discover that there's only three-dimensional consciousness beings here and fifth-dimensional consciousness being here. And it's going to be even harder for us to awaken them, and vice versa, them pulling us back to their scenarios to play day game, 3D game. It's going to be harder for us to bring them to the light, and it's going to be vice versa. But there's always a hope as chance. Like a hope is a faith without passion. But remember, my galactic family, very important is that being consciously always positive is very important. Because what's the difference between 5D and 3D? In 3D you have more thoughts, more actions, less thoughts, less actions. In 5D, my galactic family, is you have less thoughts and more actions. That's what happens, my galactic family. Please understand this, my galactic family. The important part is that to become always positive, always remember, always remember, always remember this now moment, and always pull something to your conscious awareness that will make you the alarm clock in the moment when you at least expect it, when something negative about to happen, or it came, from nowhere. Bring something to your conscious awareness that's gonna be stronger than any scenario you're gonna encounter. It's gonna be an alarm clock to be even more positive. Because derailing, it's a human nature here. It's this frequency. Now you will see more fifth-dimensional consciousness beings and three-dimensional consciousness beings, and they will intermingle together. And that's a huge blessing from God Almighty, because everybody have a chance. There's no one gonna say on the day of judgment, like, you never see the gates, you never had a chance. I mean, everybody will have a chance, but it's up to the person if they're ready to expand their consciousness. My galactic family, very, very important. The time, the frequency speeds up. Let me tell you, my galactic, this is very, very important. Please listen with your heart. In 3D consciousness, we are flipping through pararealities unconsciously. But when the energy will speed up and we are more awakened now, we coming to this flourishing of fifth dimensional conscious awareness. What's going to happen? We are start doing skippage billion times per second. We will start doing consciously. 3D is unconscious skippage and 5D is conscious skippage. Please understand, my galactic family, that very, very important is when fifth dimensional consciousness making first steps coming out from three-dimensional perspective consciousness, if you will realize that your thoughts, your visions will become more vivid. It will become more vivid. You will actually see a picture. You'll actually see it. Three-dimensional consciousness can imagine and can think about something. They can feel it. They can know it. They can in a way see it, but actually there's no picture. That's unconscious perspective, if you will, three-dimensional reality. Fifth-dimensional consciousness, my galactic family, you will notice that you'll be standing by 2020. You'll be standing with your friends, for example. You'll be talking with your friends, and suddenly you drift off for a second. And the picture and your imagination will be so strong that actually you went there and you just came back. You see where I'm coming from, my galactic family? So it's very important to be positive and be always conscious where you take your imagination. It's not like, for example, 2018, you're going to imagine something's going to happen. No. But if you prolong the picture in your mind with your intention and your vision, it will manifest. And quicker by 2020, like I mentioned, my galactic family, you will actually, you'll be standing in front of your friends and you teleport yourself to that picture you just imagined. You're going to be there. You're going to experience in physical. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be fantastic. But you're not going to be here in the present moment. you can travel anywhere. I'm not saying you have to be always here and now. You can't imagine. But this is only like an appetizer, my galactic family. It's like a starter. Before we're gonna have a main course, main meal. Make first steps very gentle, you know, because sometimes we have negative thoughts, and imagine by 2022 what's going to happen. You're going to have a vision. You're going to sit in a chair. You're going to have a vision. You're going to think about something. You're going to be there. You're going to experience that. Do you want to bring that feeling and that experience with you? Do you need this? You know? See, the point is, what's written is going to happen. But my point is, when you're positive, you always go to the best per reality. Always. The worst scenario can happen to you, and it's written. Doesn't matter what's going to be. My galactic family, if it's written, then you're going to be positive. Always, always, you're going to jump to per reality is the best.